Hey tubers, how's it going? It is I, the crazy preacher. I'm running some errands. I'm trying to see if I can make it before they close, get an oil change and run some errands for my neighbors. Today's video was supposed to be on self-induced shit the fan and maybe the solar oven I've been talking about, but it's this weather seems like it's never going to cooperate, so let's try something different. I think I'm in here. My neighbor wants me to go to Walgreens for her so she can script. I think she's a hypochondriac, but it all pays the same. So basically I'm getting paid to do what I need to do. So I guess we'll have to ride with the music on, so I won't get another copyright flag or copyright warning, as the case may be. But I guess it's all good. Alright. Now before we get too deep with it and some of you guys start losing interest, I want to give a shout out to Most High. I got a shout out from Mike Healthy Survival, so I want to give him a shout out right back. If you guys haven't checked out the channel, please do so. Pretty balanced prepper, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and he's a family man, so check out his channel. Anyway, welcome to Conundrum, Contingencies, and that poll I was talking about. Now, of course, being the kind of person I am, I'm not really advocating stealing or anything of that nature, but let's just say, let me roll the window up. Let's just say that you knew for a fact it's like day 3 of the apocalypse, WWROL. Day 3 of shit hitting the fan, and then you're thinking about one of your favorite places to shop, or what you need, or that which you lack and desire. Now you realize that you can take this store with no consequences other than your conscience, and you get a pass, you get a free. So if you go to any type of store, whether it was a pharmacy, a pet shop, electronics, sporting goods, gas station, whatever, stores like Target, Walmart, Costco, they're not up for that. But let's just say you go to any other type of store, including a bakery, a restaurant, a hobby shop, what would you take? So please leave a virtual response or just type in the comments, what would you take? And whatever you take, it's whatever can fit a shopping basket. So whatever you can balance on top of shopping baskets and load it up in your car or take it home or wheel that shopping basket home, that's what you can take. Now for myself, if I knew that I could hit something day 3 of the apocalypse, doomsday, and get away with it, and not even have to worry about the Almighty chastening me, then I think that I will go to a local, but a high-end gas station. I would take at least 2 or 3 of my own gas cans, and then I would take the gas cans that they have off the shelf, fill everything up, then I would fill the rest of the basket up with beef jerky, cheese, a few little tools that they might have on the shelf, because I might be able to barter with those. And then I would top off with smokes, a case of beer, maybe a couple of bottles of wine. And if I had any room left, I don't know, maybe I'd grab a couple of lottery tickets or something. I don't know. So that's just my thoughts. If you could get a shopping basket full of any kind of goods, what would you take? So please leave a comment if you watch the video, and you can type that comment now and let me know your thoughts on that. So while I'm here at the light, we can talk about self-induced shit hitting the fan. People making their lives harder by being stupid. One of the dumbest things I ever did was I ran a stop sign and I lost my driver's license. And it was already restricted for something stupid that I did in college, and I got pulled over trying to help somebody else. So that's among the dumbest things I ever did, because it made my life harder. It means I couldn't rent a truck when I needed one to move, and every time somebody asked me for my driver's license and then I showed them my identification card, they looked at me like I'm stupid, like I'm a leper or something. I used to have a Navy buddy named Brent, and kudos if you're still out there, man. He used to take a lot of chances, but I remember he inherited his really nice gold watch from his late father. And he hocked it to the dope boys, the dope dealers, for dope. And I was trying to convince him not to do it because just because they say they're going to just give you that gold watch back for the $30 worth of dope that you got doesn't mean that they will. And then when push came to shove, they didn't want to give him the watch back. They still had it, but they didn't want to give him the watch. And, you know, he was like the only white guy in the whole neighborhood, and he had to go to hell and back, and he didn't even get the watch back. He just put his own life in danger over something that was really precious enough to where he should have kept it in his pocket. So I say, you know, thumbs down on that one. Now I remember when I was in Atlanta. I'm in Florida now, but when I was in Atlanta, you know, I was kind of lonely and I want somebody to watch the football game with me. I think Atlanta was playing Green Bay or something like that. This was a while back. And I met this, what seemed like a pretty cool dude, but, you know, he was homeless, and I've been on the street before, and I know how it is. I've lived in tents. I've lived under the bridge. I'm doing pretty good now. I'm riding the bench, but it wasn't always like that, you know. Got my military pension. Life is good. But anyway, before I got my pension, I was living in this 2-bedroom in Atlanta by myself, and in my guest bedroom, all I had was a dresser, I had a mattress, and an old boombox, you know, for whoever my guests might be, whether, you know, they be male or female. So I told them about all that. I said, hey, man, I said, the bad news is, I said, the good news is you get off the streets tonight. I said, the bad news is I don't have enough money to pay for your bus fare and buy you a drink. So, of course, he's like, save the money for the drink and I'll jump the rail. Jumping the rail, of course, means he was going to try to get on the bus or the train without paying. I'm like, you sure, man? Then I said, okay, I'll tell you what. Let me give you my address in case something goes wrong, and I'll just wait for you to walk. He said, how the hell is something going to go wrong, and I'm with you? I said, okay, because I already had my military bus pass, so I could ride the bus, you know, anytime. I just couldn't get him on there. So we walked to the turnstile, and just as sure as shit floats, there was a big, beefy-ass 6'1" guard with muscles to spare, and he had a big-ass 45 on his hip. And then when we got up there, I just tapped the turnstile with my pass and got on the escalator to ride a train, and the guy behind me just put his head down. Now, if he had just listened to me and took my address down or tried to memorize it, I'd have waited for him, and then he would have had a nice night instead of sleeping on cardboard, but he thought he knew every damn thing, and then he ended up spending another frosty night outside. I think it was like 48 degrees. So I felt bad, but you know, there was nothing else I could do. Let me see what else we got on here for self-induced stuff. Oh yeah, last month a dude approached me, and he had 3 6s on his head. He had the mark of the beast on his head, some kind of homemade tattoos he had made. He told me he didn't believe in God. That's all fine and good, but see, here's the thing. If my God wins, you got 3 6s on your head, you pretty much screwed, you know. If there is no God and you got a stupid tattoo, and it doesn't really matter, you know. But the problem with that is you make your life a lot harder. Never mind your immortal soul. Who's going to want to hire you with 3 big, dark, black 6s on your head like that? If they do hire you, you're going to be in the back. You know, they can hire you as a janitor, or I guess you could wear a bandana and then Band-Aids to cover up what's left. Now, me, you know, being a humanitarian and trying to be objective, I told dude, I said, hey man, he had like rags and a squeegee, and he was trying to hustle and clean people's windshields. I said, hey man, I got a friend that works at he's a manager at a professional car wash. He'd probably be offended if I let you do that, but I said, I'll give you, you know, some food. I said, I just came from a food pantry. You're welcome to take some of this stuff because it's more than what I need. He said, I can't take it unless I earn it. So I commend him, man, but, you know, the good book say pride comes before the fall. I say pride comes before the okie doke. You out here with the mark of the beast on your face, and you're too proud to take a handout, so you're pretty much screwed. So, you know, I don't know, you know, what to say about a situation like that. He made a his own life harder, and nobody's going to want to hire him. Oh, man, yeah. All right. I was in Austin, Texas. This is when my license was bad. Like I said, I'm good to go now, but I'm in Austin. I got this 87 Crown Vic, and then the cop locks my car up for me, and he takes me to jail for driving while suspended. And then, there's these two happy-go-lucky white guys in the jail. And I don't think too much about it. They're jumping on tables. They're just having a jolly good time like they're still in high school. So I knew, they were barely 21, 22, something like that. And then all the brothers, except for myself, they were in the bathroom trying to smoke. Cigarettes, Marlboro, Newports, whatever they had. Maybe they rolled it up on a piece of paper like this. I don't know. Next thing you know, this big-ass guard comes out, and he catches the white guy, and he's like, "You were smoking." Then his voice got deep, and he said, "I'm getting ready to search you deeply." I looked at the dude sitting next to me, I said, "I don't like the way he said deeply." About 4 or 5 minutes later, the dude comes back with these big blue gloves on. Mad old boy follow him. I didn't see him for about an hour and a half. When he came back to the cell, he laid down and got into a fetal position, and he stayed that way. Didn't say another word. Wasn't happy-go-lucky and jumping around no more. He didn't even move. Didn't go to the bathroom. Didn't do anything. When we went to court, they shackled us and went to court the next day. After he spoke to the judge, and we went back, he got back in that same damn fetal position and had a mortified look on his face. I tried to say, this was before my call, before the ministry thing. I still try to say a few kind words to him. Man, that young man was in another world. Now, the sad thing about that is, some of y'all might think it's funny that dude got fisted like that by a cop, but that guy was traumatized. He was not traumatized over a 30-second finger sweep. No, man, I don't know if the dude raped him or went all the way up to the damn elbow. Whatever he did, it blew his mind. And I felt terrible because, yeah, I'm glad he's probably going to stop smoking and all that and change his life. He might quit drinking, but he's also probably going to hate all black people because of one asshole that's trying to make up for slavery, or he didn't get promoted to lieutenant, so now every time he gets a chance to do something to somebody white, he does it, and he doesn't understand. Vengeance is not his, and you don't make the world a better place when you do stuff like that. You make it worse. So, I advocate doing unto others who already done unto you. If you can't forgive them, it's better, if you can forgive them. Now, I don't want to keep you guys too much longer, so I'm only going to tell you one more story because I got so many stories about people doing things that make their lives harder. But I want to talk to you about these two fairies. Now, I used to date this girl named Janice. And like her mother before her, she didn't have any girlfriends. She had gay guys for friends. And I was dating her, and this is a real woman. I'm not crazy, I'm not blind. My sister used to wonder, but she was a real woman. Anyway, she said she even miscarried my kid, so I don't know. Said she thought it was a boy, but anyway, Janice, I was riding with her brothers to the club, with her brother and his boyfriend, I guess we'll say, his concubine. And on the way back home, it's like 2 in the morning, and then dude suddenly, car starts shaking and vibrating, and he's got a flat. No spare, no patches, no repair kit, no fix-a-flat, no donut, zero, So there was a wooded area about 3 blocks up. I said, hey guys, I got an idea, because they had started an argument amongst themselves. And the big prepper of the sky was merciful, and just like I suspected, not only was there a tire in those woods that was the right size for that Chevy, but it had 27 pounds of air in it. So I had a big smile on my face, and then I wheeled the tire back up to the where they had stalled out at. And then he said he was from Chicago and kind of country. He said, "Thanks, God. You gonna put it on for me?" I said, "Hell no!" I went and found your car. Now you got the audacity to ask me if I'm gonna change it. You know. But anyway, guys, let me get back to focusing on the road. God bless and keep all y'all. And if you haven't been atheist or agnostic, hey, just stay sharp. Remember to pray. Like Bugs Bunny always used to say, it's tragedy, but if you don't prep, it's going to end in tragedy. I'm out.